Hey guys, Crazy Uncle Austin again, bringing you a review on the GHK AK 105. I recently got this from Airsplat. You can get them from Airsplat for around $400. So let's get down to the gun. This is the AK 105. This is Russia's response to the US M4. So it's everything great in AK platforms, the AK-74, so it fires, the real one fires the 5.45 round. Well, let's talk about the gun. So from back to front, you have your polymer folding stock. Folds to the side, so you can do your little close quarters, whatever, fold the stock in so you can get in real close. It's very rugged. This is not one of those cheap stocks. It just feels like it's not going to break. You can hear it click into place and no wobble whatsoever, so very great feature. You have, I didn't really like the pistol grip. I plan on changing it out in the future. It has like a little plasticky feeling pistol grip, so when I put the little Hogue rubber grip on there just to get like a bigger grip for my fingers. The receiver is steel. All of this is steel. The trigger steel, the trigger assembly steel, which is great in comparison to most of the other gas AKs on the market. There's not very many gas AKs on the market, and the one you can find, they usually have like pot metal. So this GHK definitely outperforms the other ones in this field. Up front, you have your sliding AK style peep sights, and as well as your front sight, you have your polymer handguard. Swing swivels are on this side and this side on the stock, so you have to fold the stock to have both swing swivels on one side, which I didn't really care much for that. The gun comes with a weird, like an orange adapter on the front, and the threads are not 14 millimeter like most standard guns. Four hours later. The gun actually has these massive threads. They do make the giant threads to the small 14 millimeter threads, so you can get adapters to put your regular flash hiders on there. The gun's body is an LCT body, so you can get LCT parts, put them on here. Obviously, you can't just drop the guts into an LCT AEG body and call it a day, because there's a different hop-up and you have the trigger mechanism. So don't think because it says it is an LCT body that you could just buy it and drop it in. On the receiver, you do have a rail attachment here, so you can put the scope mounts on it like these and just slide them on there and put whatever type of optic you want on the top. So that's a great feature right out of the box. So let's break this gun down. The gun breaks down real easily, just like a real AK. Remove the dust cover, the spring guide and rod, the little plastic stop, and the piston. Breaks down just like a real AK, and now you have your gun stripped. The gun has a Mott piston, which is really cool. It simulates the real one, which is a very nice feature. The actual nozzle and the loading nozzle and everything, it is plastic, but it's a really solid feeling plastic, and the way they designed this is amazing in comparison to a lot of the other gas AKs on the market. I was really impressed with the quality of this. Another thing I really liked was the hop-up system. The hop-up system on here is a wheel design as opposed to like the traditional Marui sliding bar kind. With a lot of the AKs on the market that have the sliding bar kind, the actual charging handle and the bolt will catch that whenever it's reciprocating, and it'll actually adjust your hop-up on you. This, it's a wheel, so it sits firmly in place. You can adjust it with your finger. It's a little stiff, but you can do it with your finger, but once it's in place, it's locked in place. It's not going anywhere. One thing I noticed, I did get to use this at one of the Roughneck games the other day, and it was a solid performer. One thing I noticed was it would overhop every now and then. It could be because the gun's new and the bucking needs worn in first, but that was just something I noticed, is a lot of my shots were overhopping, so one thing to note. So let's put this back together. And it's back together. Especially with these gas blowback rifles, when you take them apart, you definitely want to function test them when you put it back together, make sure everything went together right. So rack it, make sure the trigger still falls. maybe fire a few shots there, it's a good idea. This gun is great out of the box. There's a few parts I'm going to change. I mostly play CQB, so I'm going to set it up CQB. So I ordered some parts. We're going to install them sometime later in the near future. So I set it up for CQB just to my likings, personal preference. But out of the box, this is a great gun. So it chronos. It chronoed at around 370, 360 FPS with 0.25, which would be around 390 FPS with 0.20. So probably a little hot for indoors. They do make some impasse systems for it. They're a little hard to find. You have to order them from overseas, but I hear Airsplat is going to be carrying them in the near future, so that would definitely be really great. This is mostly for the outdoor players, but you can set this up for CQB, which is exactly what I intend to do. So definitely a great gun. I highly suggest buying this. Check it out at Airsplat. Again, it's about $400. Magazines, you can get spare magazines for about 40 bucks on there as well, so I'd definitely pick up a few magazines. They hold around 40 rounds each, and they hold the gas in there. It's very good on gas consumption. It holds a lot of gas in each mag, so very good. So that was the basic breakdown of it. We're going to take it to the range now. Alright, so this is the speed loader for it. It's full, holds around 40 rounds. Gun is an amazing gas blowback. I'm normally not a fan of gas blowback rifles just because of the maintenance, but this thing is a solid performer, and it's definitely going to be one of my go-to guns for a while. I do plan on changing some stuff out and setting it up for CQB, as I mostly play CQB. Thinking about doing an impasse system and changing out some of the parts just to fit me better as a player, personal preference. But straight out of the box, this is a very solid performer. Great for outdoor games, long-range games. Great for milsimmers or, you know, casual players alone, collectors. A lot of great features. I would definitely say go pick one of these up at Airsplat like soon, because these things are selling like hotcakes, and for all the good reasons too. So don't forget to check out our other videos, comment, subscribe, click the little subscribe button up here, and we'll have more videos on this, including gameplay to come. So stay classy.